Oh yeah, no, that's good. Actually, I love it. You feel at once like relaxed, like in the forest. This is it. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Is it not too loud? Is it good? Yeah. Can you hear me? If not, just shout at me. Speak louder. I will forget myself. I'm very, very grateful that I'm having you here, especially with all of these talks and classes you have chosen me to listen to. And with this weather, it could be on the beach or in the forest. So I'm very, very grateful that you're here with me. My name is Sylwia. I will put it up. Sylwia Czernichowska. And my surname is difficult and long because I'm from Poland. So usually long and difficult sounded names, surnames. I've been living here in England for 16 years. I'm mum of 2. And before I started with forest and energy of the forest, I had run cleaning business for 12 years, employing 17 girls in my team. It was very successful, but with the pandemic, it came to me that it is not longer in my heart. And what it came to me in this pandemic, which was really blessing for me, because me as a proper businesswoman, being on my own and dividing my time between house, children, schools and my work, I didn't think about myself at all. And what important thing came to me during this pandemic, that is all about my hands. And it came to me that through all of these years, I didn't clean for the sake of cleaning, but not knowing then yet, I just had this power in my hands.
Healing power.
Sorry?
Healing power.
Healing power, but I didn't know about it. My clients were saying, oh, that girl is really, really good, but when you did clean, it was immaculate, it was brilliant, and it lasts for longer. And then it just came to me that I'm not doing cleaning for the sake of cleaning, but I wanted to bring to those houses beauty, because one of my tops, actually the top value, is beauty, just coming to me more and more when I'm getting to myself deeper and deeper. For me, very important is beauty. When even in the names, I was sweeping beauty, home cleaning. Now it's spiritual beauty and bliss. All about to bring and show the beauty. With this pandemic, when everything stopped and me jumped out from this hamster wheel and I stopped myself as well, I'm so lucky that I live only 5 minutes from the woods. I've got a little furry friend, so he loves it. So we are every day in the forest, and pandemic was a blessing because I could be in the forest like I used to be, because since I was little, my parents took us everywhere for riding bikes, being in the nature, seaside or mountains or forest. So me coming to strange country with no family, with no friends, I throw myself into the business, forgetting about myself. And very grateful for these last 2-3 years, because it allowed me to look into my soul, into me, and start noticing me, myself. And why I brought here forest, because I don't know if you notice yourself. I bet that everyone was in the forest here. Yeah. Did you notice when you coming into the forest, you've got that release when you walk in this forest?
After 10 minutes you come.
Yeah, this is it. Forest is so wise, I could say, that it's got everything what we need as humans, everything. It's the best option in forests and woodlands surroundings. There's lots of shades of green, brownish, all of these colors. Even on this picture you can see and dark green and really light green and a bit of white from birch and different shades of brown from different types of trees, bushes and all of the plants. So all of these colors, what forest gives us, those combinations are the most relaxing combination of colors to make us calm down and relax. Now you can hear it. I don't see it, but I hear it. It's again bird songs. What I noticed when I'm walking around the forest, that birds are singing completely different in the morning, in the afternoon and in the evening. They are completely different sounds, completely different stories. How I'm saying that they are chatting, they're telling stories, they're singing. Those sounds from the birds, they are the most soothing sounds, vibrations. Like us talking, even when you talk, when you will put something, when you put your hand, your fingers on your neck, say something, say hello or whatever. Can you see vibration? Can you feel vibrations? So we don't see vibrations, but we feel it when we touch. But obviously, I won't feel your vibrations because I would have to come and touch your throat too. But all of that vibrations is everywhere. It stays everywhere because everything is energy. And the sounds of the birds is again like with the colors. They do have the best vibrations in their voices that it soothes our body, our system, and it's relaxing us. You probably heard about gong baths with bones, loads of techniques, and downstairs there's a lady, she's singing in your bath. Have you seen her? Yeah, this is amazing. This is all about there's a lady that she's doing that sound with her mouth. Yeah. She's whistling. So with touching someone, doing a massage, adding a sound, it makes that massage, because it's only touch, it makes that more deep and more, it works better, it's more accurate. There is a great exercise. You can put your hands like this, like to do bigger ears, like a deer. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but do like this so you're covering, and just I won't talk for now, and focus on the sound from here. Okay? How do you hear it? And now, try to, I know that you are all sitting, but try to like turn a bit and do the same way, but so you've got covered, so you are back, so you are covering sound. No, you need to go the other way, like yes, yes, brilliant. Can you hear the difference? And this is not forest, and we are not surrounded because you've got screen in the one place. But when you're literally in the forest, this is such a great experience because you can hear totally different. You literally hear from everything from the front, in front of you, and you do not hear from the back, but with this way, you just focus. Even if I'm doing like this, let's just do like this quickly. This is it. This is so simple. This is so simple. I am talking about forest because that surrounding in the forest wakes up all of our senses. Like I just showed you, sense of hearing, yeah, listening, with the sight when you are in that green, in that surround. When you walk around the forest, don't just go walk quickly, stop from time to time, even sit down from time to time, and just walk and touch the ground, and touch the trunk of the tree, leaves, but not only touch, but just check if that surface where what you're touching, if it is what you expected, or it feels completely different with everything. And again, that's what you touch, just take it to your nose and smell it. And doing this all of...
I eat it as well.
Yes,
I forage. I eat green stuff.
That's great.
Trees or plants.
Yeah. This is it, yeah. This is the whole abundance what the forest gives us. It's not about only relaxing and being in the forest. So what do you pick up? What do you
At the moment, I've been for the last 3 months, I've been living wild gardening. Now it's towards the end of it. Everything green, garlic mustard, grapes, dandelions,
nettles.
Nettles, mushrooms, so
Yeah.
now she's having chicken bones, parasols, everything that I can find that I know I can eat.
Yeah. With mushrooms we need to be a bit careful because not every
I started
mushroom
learning
is
from
edible.
the same as you during the lockdown, and
Yeah.
it pushed me to drop the job I've been doing for 17 years.
Wow.
And I was out, so I refused to do lockdown, so I was out all day in the woods.
That's great. You've got similar story to mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will talk about energy in the forest and you can talk about foraging. Yeah.
That's when I start foraging, I start getting into it, and I've never done it before.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great. I can see there's more and more people coming drawn to nature. Yeah. sight, hearing, touching, what else we got? Smelling and taste. And again, we don't have to walk around the forest with our tongue out. That would mean, looking funny, and it's not about this. But you can be in the forest, and when you are already picking up all of that vibrations and all of that different senses, they are expanding and expanding. The longer you are in the forest, the more you are gaining from it. And because they're working, the other senses, they're already working, they worked on you, in your brain. All of the senses are complementary, yeah? And you can just notice how your taste has changed in your mouth. Just even, I did notice myself that when I'm in the forest, when I'm like immersed in this atmosphere, when I'm soaked in this atmosphere, I can taste it differently in my mouth. Even if I don't eat anything, just try it yourself. Being in the forest wakes up all of your senses. So they are expanding and expanding. When all of your senses are properly woken up after some walk or being in the forest, it makes your heart opening wider and wider. If you could please all close your eyes. And imagine that you have in your hands a lemon. And now cut this lemon in your mind in half and squeeze it so that the juice is coming out. And now take a bite. Take a bite of this juicy lemon and chew it and drink that juice. Sylwia is like producing, yeah, I did see even you've done like this. I've seen that lemon in your hand and in your mouth. Yeah, that was, yeah. So this is nothing connected with the forest. I just wanted to show you how powerful are our thoughts. Yeah, that no one had that lemon, no one was biting and chewing, but our brain made us that we literally felt it, like we were, it started producing saliva. So this exercise was just to show you how powerful our thoughts are.
Probably not toilet tonight.
Sorry?
Not toilet tonight, I won't be able to do it.
It will be alright. It will be alright. Yeah. And now I would ask you again to close your eyes. And put your left hand on your heart. And just notice first, how are you breathing? Just focus on your breath. from your nose and try to count till 4 and breathe out a bit longer through your mouth, counting even till 7. So breathe in. Goodness what the forest gives us, that joy, you're breathing in joy, and breathe out all of your anxiety, breathe out your stress. Breathe out everything what you do not want to keep in yourself. And when you're ready, just open your Is it not better? So that's how you can feel. That's how you can feel in the forest. And why I asked you to put a hand on your heart. As I said before, coming into the forest, our senses are expanding. Coming into the forest, our senses are expanding. That makes our heart open. And what that makes to you, it rises your vibrations. We all know that everything around us is energy and it's got vibrations. Yeah, I just showed you that's vibrations, but it goes from the sound. But sitting in the garden, I was watching bees, and I've noticed there's I forgot the name of this plant, flower, but it's got lots of little bells. Sorry? Foxglove? I have no idea at all about the name of this. It's in the. It doesn't matter even the name, but yeah, it's just about. I've noticed when I was filming in slow motion that those bees, that some of them, let's say that plant, and there's lots of bells, single bells, and the bee is flying to and is getting in and it's going out. But sometimes it just goes close and then it's backing up. And I've noticed that lots of time. And I reached to the book. I just wanted to find out what is there. And what I found out was there is a man. He is recording plants 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I forgot his name. If you'd like to find out, I will put the name later. It doesn't matter. And recording through all of these 40 years, 24 hours and 7 days a week, and examining and testing everything. he got to the point, he proved that plants sending out some vibrations, yes, and bees or other bugs or ever lives around, they picking up these vibrations. So that bee flying towards that plant, she that's in Polish way, she let leave her, it's she. She is flying to and already before she will get really close to that plant, she already knows that the nectar was taken away, you go to somewhere else. So that was already taken. But also with these vibrations, plants send essential oils. We know about essential oils, don't we? Do we? No, don't we? And with the essential oils, which we've got in the forest from the tree, they do work just amazingly on our body and mind and spirit. From different tree, from different plant, we take completely different essential oil. I'm not a specialist about essential oils, although I use myself. We, for example, know lavender is very relaxing and calming down. Yeah, when we pick up some oils from oranges, like white orange, it's waking up. Whatever we need, whatever our body needs, we can choose essential oils to treat ourselves. Pine oil, which we can find in cough medicines when we are healthy, when everything is fine. We do vibrate on a certain level, and when we are getting ill, when we are not feeling well, our vibrations are getting lower. And even we say, oh, I'm feeling low, don't we? With now, these times, the last 2 years, there's loads of scarcity, there's loads of fear, pandemic, war, economic problems and inflations, all of that stuff, and not knowing what's happening, what is going to be next, we feel the cramps and just being really, really tight and stressed, and that makes us our vibration to get lower and lower. That's why it's my calling to get everyone to the forest when you literally, after half an hour walk, not every day, a half an hour weekly, you being in the forest for such a short time, you change your chemicals inside, of course positively. I will take some of you to my woods. You will take, what's your name? Andy. And Andy will take some of you to his woods. Where are you based? Where are you?
I'm in Gravesend, so Woodstown.
Alright, I'm Kent, Ashford, it's fine, it's far away. You will have your group, I will have my group, then we will catch up somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I've never been in Woodstown, yeah, Ashford. Do you have big good ones or?
Yes. Yeah, and loads, yeah. I love Kent because it's really Garden of England, it's really, really lovely, and I lost myself what I wanted to say. That's why I want to. It's your fault, yeah. So that's why I want to bring everyone to the forest, because everything what gives forest to us rises our vibrations, and when our vibrations are high, we completely differently react to the word. I will tell after myself, I do not have TV for 6 years. If I do not watch TV news, nothing, because it's so many scarcity and fear, and I just gave up, and I just thought that if I need to know something, it will come to me, and always something important. It was the phone call from my sister, Sylwia. There is a fuel shortage. You go to the petrol station. So this kind of stuff, I don't have to know about. Really stressful news, what they're feeding us. So I gave up with this.
Yeah, I stopped watching the beginning of lockdown.
Yeah.
Boring every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very depressing, and as you say, lower your energy.
Yes.
And then, it's very difficult
Yeah.
to over things.
Yeah. Did I introduce myself?
Yes, you did.
Yes. Because I wanted to say when I go to Poland, to visit my parents, I was in February that week when the war in Ukraine and Russia started, and because my town is literally 15 minutes from the border, I've got goosebumps now. You can imagine only what was happening in my town. The people were, there was only one topic, war. If they come, if the Russian will come and take away, and there was, and me living in England without TV, without news, coming to my parents when there's like, they just walk home and it's like one TV, radio here. I want to change them, and I don't want to change anyone. I'm just telling you how I felt, and being this only 7 days, that made me so anxious. That made me so stressed. I was like, even it just goes to me so deeply that I haven't been used to. I could say that I've been living in a bubble, but here in England, just shutting myself, just go away, all of that, fear and stress. Coming here and being in these woods with these birds, with this lovely atmosphere, and now it's a war and all of that scarcity. It just affected me a lot. So I just couldn't wait when I would come back to my woods and gain everything from them. With me coming to deeper and deeper to the forest and surrounding myself in the forest, I have noticed that I'm feeling more and more like home in this forest, in the woods. I literally was walking in and I was just hi, because I knew that the branches are waving to me. I just knew that they're saying hi to me. And when I was walking, I felt tingling in my hands. I noticed that I was drawn to the broken tree. I put my hand and my teeth started to. I felt like really, really emotional. That was really, although I felt really, really close being in the forest, that situation was like, wow. And I'm feeling like my hand like drawn, like someone is taking. And I hugged such a tiny bird. It just called me. It was just so tiny. But I just kind of hugged as I could. And I felt this tree's energy. I literally felt like I'm walking barefoot, in the forest, and when I stood and hugging, it wasn't a hug, it was just cuddling, it was just like wrapping, because that tree was so small that I was just wrapping myself in this tree. And I felt here in my inside, like the energy was flowing, and it was just like an exchange of energy.
That's a big tree.
Oh, trees and plants, vibrations, and everything is energy. They've got energy, and we hugging these trees. For example, birch. Every tree gives you something else. When you hug your birch, it brings you relax. When you are calming down, you can go to birch and say about your problems. Just cry it to the. We are
3 minutes.
45 minutes, still free. Yeah? Oh wow. Alright, so I'm gonna be quicker. Why? You know what? I was so scared. It's like, 45 minutes, what I will be talking about. And it's just like, that's too quick. Alright. So, different trees can you give you something else. You can go to the tree and ask the question as well. And if you will be really, really mindful, watchful, and when you start noticing yourself, you will gain more and more. That's why it's my calling everyone to the forest. And coming back to my hands, I'm also energy healer. I started with Kundalini yoga.
So you're a healer, aren't you?
Yeah. And I started with Kundalini yoga, then I went through Akashic records. I'll just say quickly, Akashic records, there's like a Bible, like a huge book with the story of your soul from the very, very beginning. And Reiki is now approved by NHS. So this is like a complementary healing, like a treatment, therapy, working with patients along with NHS. And I did combine all of that powerful energy of the forest. I didn't say so many things what I wanted to say to you about that forest, but this is so powerful energy. You can take it as really, really a lot and see changes, as I saw changes in me. And forest energy and the Reiki and this Akashic records, and I created a program, a transformative program. When you go with this program with me, walking in the forest and having afterwards sessions, talking up sessions, readings and healings, that all together, that will change your perspective. It will change your life. Looking at me, energy in me changed so deeply, so much, that I completely differently react to it. And if someone can be nasty to me or be rude or something, I do not take that. To be honest, I do not have even this kind of people around me now. It just shifted. And when you are in these raised vibrations, with these high vibrations, you attract things, situations, people with this high vibration. And you can see here even on that show, you won't get people here throwing the bottle. You've got here people saying that simple, good people. So energy and vibrations, similar vibrations, they just they just attract each other. I won't keep you longer. I really wanted to say much more. I've got a business card and I've got a piece of paper with a pen. I will send that meditation, but it's not just meditation, because when I was recording this meditation, I was tuning in Reiki, and my intention to this meditation was to heal, because I do work most of the time distance healing, very often from the forest, because I do feel that energy. When you take your shoes off and you put the feet on the ground, I can literally feel like my roots are going down to the source of our Mother Earth. And if you would like to hear more about that program, so I know that who I'm writing to, and you're